guys, Charlie here from MAPeformance, and today I'm talking to you about Honda Civics. Big surprise, right? But today I'm not talking to you about a 10th gen, and I'm also not talking to you about my 7th gen Honda Civic SI. Today I'm talking to you guys about the all new, well, not quite that new, but 11th gen Honda Civic SI. But not just anything about the 11th gen Honda Civic SI. Today we're here to talk about the top 5 catback exhausts for potentially the car that you guys, the viewers, own. So today we're going to run down our top 5 catback exhausts that we've seen moving on our website and across other places where people talk about Honda Civic catbacks. And we're going to rank ours in no particular order, but we're going to run through the top 5 that we see selling in 2023. Let's go. All right, you guys, the first one on the list is actually out of the pick. If I could pick one to be my favorite that wasn't gonna be our own, this would be the one I would choose. The first one on the list is the Apexi N1 Evolution Extreme Catback. Now this one does come in at a price of $13.99, at least at the time we're making this video, which in terms of the rest of our list is, as I'm looking at it, gonna put it relatively close to the top, but not quite the most expensive one on our list today. This exhaust is made out of a 304 stainless steel material, which is kind of the common theme across a lot of these here. And it also has the titanium round dual wall angle cut tips, and these are actually welded on. So hopefully you can install it right, because if there's any fitment issues, you're not moving it. Now the nice thing about this catback is that it is a 3-piece system, and also I do love the exits being just the single wall tip, but the dual sort of exit design. Otherwise the tips look super clean, and it does have the built-in Apexi sound resonators towards the back end, but the exhaust sounds absolutely phenomenal. It looks great. It has a lot of that like classic JDM styling that I think all of us would come to expect from a brand like Apexi. But enough of me talking about the exhaust. Let's hear how it sounds. We'll pull it up. Let's go. So hopefully you guys can see why it is that I would probably be choosing that one as a personal favorite if I could. But the next one on our list is the one that I, have a bias towards, the MAPeformance Catback exhaust. When it comes to price, depending on how you option ours, it's gonna come in at $949 to $1099. Now when it comes to ours, the build material is a 304 stainless steel that's hand welded right here in Minnesota. And when it comes to the tip options, the great thing is that you actually get 2 different options. You can go for the classic polished style end, which is my personal preference. However, there's also the blue burnt titanium tip look, which again is another option that a lot of people also love. So you get the choice of the 2 different tips, plus there's a little bit of adjustability when it comes to the tip fitment, because again, it is a slip-on tip that is adjustable. Now the other thing, while we're talking about customizability and your own personal preferences, ours does come in a race or a street version. Now the street version is going to come with a muffler. It's going to be a little bit more quiet. It's what I would consider to be a bit more of a gentleman's exhaust, if you will. And then we also have the race version, which, as it sounds, is intended for the race application. This one is gonna let you hear the car under all sorts of various RPM ranges, and it's gonna be really loud on occasion. In my opinion though, and based on the review of other people that have tried this exhaust out, the race version actually does sound incredible as a daily driver. It's not very drony at all, if at all, and it sounds absolutely great. It's a nice polished look. Now another thing is that when it comes to the tips on ours, it is again that dual exit styling with the single tip coming out of each end. Additionally, it is a modular tip design, so you can kind of go back and forth on those 2 different tip options. The axle back is modular again, so if you did go with a race version, for example, you could eventually go back and purchase the street version to swap it out, or go back and forth. It's a relatively easy section of your car to work on, so you could honestly just go with both. Enough of me actually just talking to you about the exhaust itself. I'll let you guys make your own opinions by just listening to it and playing it for you right here. So that wraps it up on our exhaust. On to number 3, and that one is the Remark Sports Touring Catback exhaust. Now this one is actually the cheapest exhaust on our list today, and that one starts at a price of $855. So if you've got an 11th Gen SI, but you can't afford that big baller catback over $1,000 and you're looking for something just underneath, this one shipped will probably be at your door for like, well, free shipping on orders over $250, so for $855 plus tax. Now with this one, you do have the tip style being either the stainless steel or the burnt stainless steel. However, both options are welded on. So once you pick one, that's the one you're sticking with unless you cut it off and weld some new ones on yourself. However, the rest of the catback is made out of 304 stainless steel, so even though it is coming in at a lower price point, the nice thing is our friends over at Remark didn't sacrifice build quality there. Now, the other unique features about this is that this one does actually retain the OEM twin loop, or I think it's the link loop, and I think that looks pretty cool. It's a unique feature. And it is also resonated in the mid-pipe section, so again, helping pull out a lot of that drone. Should make it a very comfortable or livable catback exhaust, hopefully. And again, it does have that single tip, dual exit sort of style in a 3-piece setup, so should be pretty easy to install as well. Not gonna talk about this one anymore. We're just pull it up and let you guys hear how it sounds. So that's the Remark catback exhaust. Again, I love the look of that twin loop or whatever they call it style at the end there. However, the next one on our list is from a brand I think you've all come to love over the years, especially if you've been into Hondas for a while. This one is the catback from our friends over at DC Sports, and this one is coming in at a price of $1149.99. Not the most expensive catback on the list, but it's definitely falling somewhere in the middle of the pack. With that being said, there is only the one tip style, so they make it nice and easy by eliminating your options, and that is the polished weld-on tips apparently, which again looks great. I can see why they chose to just stick to one really great option. Also, this one is made out of the T304 stainless steel material. The neat thing about this one is that it actually comes in 6 total different pieces. So similar to our catback having multiple different pieces to assemble once it comes in, this one's gonna follow that same sort of theme. This one also has 3 different resonators built into the catback. So when it comes to giving you that really refined, polished, gentleman style exhaust. This one's gonna probably do just that because it also has a muffler in addition to the 3 separate resonators. These guys went for the dual exit single tip style for the rest of their catback. And this one, it's not like called out anywhere, but this one does look like it has slightly longer tips. I don't know if it's just the photos that I was able to look at or some of the media that we'll show you guys here, but it looks like they noticeably stick out just a little bit further than the rest of them. But enough of me talking about it. We'll pull it up, let you guys see and hear what the DC Sports Catback sounds like.
All right, guys, what is up? It is Daelen from MAPeformance, kind of throwing a little bit of an audible here. We did get kind of a last minute entry into the video for our 11th gen top 5 catbacks. Charlie is out of town, which is how this always works. As I kind of mentioned, we had a late entry that just got released literally within like the last 24 hours, and it's going to be the PRL Motorsports N1 exhaust system for the 11th gen. Now, one of the biggest immediate differentiators of this catback versus everything else on our list is it's a single exit, which is just a super neat, a unique look, kind of that homage back to Honda of the past. I know some are gonna love it, some are gonna hate it, and some are gonna be kind of indifferent on it. Personally, I've always been a big fan of the single exit exhaust. I'm loving that we're including this one in there. This is going to be a direct fit like most of the rest that you're seeing on this list. Direct fit, bolts right on, all the factory connections, nice and adjustable with all the slip fit connections they have for it. So it's gonna be a pretty easy install that gives you a lot of room to kind of tuck it where you need it to be on the car. It's a full stainless steel construction, so once again, it's gonna last, it's gonna take the abuse that you're looking at. And then it's gonna come with everything you need to install it. So it's got all the hangers, bolts, gaskets, everything to bolt it right up to your factory car. It's got a stainless steel tip configuration. So once again, all the way through, that thing is gonna hold up to the elements and be something you can have on that car for a very long time. And with all of that, I think it's coming in a great value at the $799.99 mark at the time of this video. I think you're getting a lot for your money there. Good quality single exit exhaust can bolt right up. I definitely think that's a solid option you should be considering. All right, guys, now that we've gone over the features and benefits, let's get to the stuff you actually care about and go ahead and play some sound clips for you.
And there you guys have it. That is the 5th and final catback on our list today. If you guys liked one in particular, hopefully it was ours, go ahead and let us know down below. Also, just so you guys know, we haven't actually, at the time of releasing this, put out our catback, but when you're watching this, it might be available. So what you want to go do is check out the links down below. If you are interested in the MAPeformance Catback, go ahead and click that link, take you through to a place where you can sign up to be one of the first people to get ours. Otherwise, that link will automatically be updated if it is for sale. None of this matters to you at all. You can just click the link and it'll work like a link and take you to the product page. So otherwise, we've got all the links to our website down below for each of these catbacks. If there's one you liked in particular or one you think we left out, this video might not age super well. Who knows what brands like HKS or Gretty are going to come out with pretty soon, and we may have to do an updated version. So go ahead and check out the comment section. Let us know which one you thought was the best. Otherwise, hopefully subscribe and stick around because you don't hate listening to me tell you which catbacks I like a lot. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.